It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And going head-to-head tonight, two teams that truly rely on the three ball. Shaq, what are your thoughts about that style of play?
I know Kenny's going to laugh at this tape when I say it, so Kenny, if you want to laugh first, go ahead. All right, back when I was playing defense, I couldn't play a strong song. Yeah, see, I knew you was going to laugh. I knew you were going to laugh.
Oh, my God, he was playing defense. Are you kidding me?
Nowadays, they got two or three guys surrounding you in the post.
Oh, my God.
Unless you have long-range shooters. I knew you were going to laugh.
Oh, man, the guy's name is Shaquille O'Neal, not Shaquille D-Neal. It's O'Neal, not D-Neal.
Way to set me up like you set me up today when I fell off the set, Ernie.
Oh, my
God. I couldn't hear you. Kenny was laughing too loud.
Well, if you're playing five guys, Ernie, and you can shoot from deep and pull away, that's defense. That's Shaquille D-Neal. Get it? Shaquille D-Neal?
Oh. Kevin, come get me.
This guy, you're not funny?
Coming at you from the Palace of Auburn Hills in beautiful suburban Detroit as the Pistons prepare to take the floor. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. And, of course, Raymond Felt, team moving on here without him.
What the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their young players are ready to take on more responsibility, and there are going to be more minutes for guys that weren't seeing a whole lot of them before.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Sarge is out there with Anderson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's McConnell in at the point. Now, here's Sarge. Count that bucket. And these two exciting young teams, Chris, a lot of talent and a lot of room to grow.
Oh, man, you see a lot of potential. Teams on the rise. With young teams, they are often breakdowns. They'll make mistakes. It's all about learning from them and getting better.
Well, that was well said. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And the Sixers, you know, patiently building with young talent. And through all the losing, Coach Brett Brown talked about seeing the daylight. And I think we're starting to see it as well. The roster is starting to take shape, and maybe that optimism is just around the corner for the Sixers.
Both free throws good from Anderson. And the Sixers have drafted for talent rather than for need. A lot of front court players. You wonder, Greg, how it would all fit in.
And I think especially for a young team with so many needs, you are best served going with the best player available. They've evaluated how the pieces fit, and now they can make the moves necessary to complete that puzzle.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Now, Saric. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Embiid with a screen on Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock, and Embiid throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Caldwell Pope. Embiid comes with a double team. Here's Drummond. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Drummond is just blossoming right in front of our eyes. Love seeing him sink the mid-range Jays.
And Philadelphia has possession. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots. And that happens. You can run the sets you normally do, but the ball just won't fall through the net. On to the next.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 6 points for Drummond.
And the play is all about Drummond and his solid fundamentals, just taking his time and getting a high-quality chance as a result.
McConnell kicks to Redick. And it's sent back by Drummond. Fast break, here we go. On up the court. That puts them in the lead. Drummond's got 8 points.
He hasn't missed so far this quarter, and you can see why. His form is perfect, and he's taking high percentage shots.
Redick with it. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Embiid the screen. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Saric back to Embiid. The kick out to Anderson. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Detroit.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Pistons have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Morris a screen. Jackson kicks to Drummond. The dish now to Caldwell Pope. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
He was a little overzealous there, trying to carve his way through the defense, and they were having none of it.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
Throughout his career, Drummond has averaged more than a block per game. He really goes all out on defense.
The 76ers again can't hit it. The Pistons leading. Here's Morris. Here's Harris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
The first one falls. At this point, Chris, would you say it is safe to say that you can see who the true contenders are? Are we at that point yet?
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely see, and most of the times you know who they are at the beginning of the year. It's just up to them to prove you right or wrong.
He hits both from the stripe.
Now, when you watch this Detroit team play, you can't help but think about perhaps one of the most legendary teams ever to play in the NBA, the Bad Boys Pistons. The amazing team that would deliver back-to-back titles to my city of Detroit. One of the toughest teams ever in any sport.
Now, here's Reddick. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's Harris off the drive, and the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers trail by 6. And those back-to-back titles for the Bad Boys coming in 89 and 90. One of the few teams, Chris, to get the better of Jordan for a brief stretch of time.
Well, I tell you what, I grew up on this team. My home, Detroit. I love this team, the Pistons, the Bad Boys. This was a team full of characters, and they were all tough as nails. Zeke was the leader, but 1 through 5, and on the bench, everyone would put an elbow in your chest to discourage your shot.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis, and the shot goes in. And that's 10 points for Drummond.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
To the wing right side. Saric has the open look. The 76ers again can't hit it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Marcus Morris is just one of those players, Chris, that when you look at the stat sheet at the end of the night, he is bound to have ink in almost every column on there.
Well, he can rebound. He can hit the jimmies from outside, hit the tough ones inside. He has good vision for his position. Morris may never be an all-star and doesn't do one thing great, but does everything well. He just finds a way to make plays in the game, and it shows up in his numbers.
With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. The 76ers, number 1.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
The 76ers trail by 11. Now let's find out what head coach Stan Van Gundy had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, this team does have some powerful finishers inside, and he said that option is always going to be one for them. He said, when in doubt, I want our guys to be aggressive, get inside, and force the defense to collapse. That creates inside-out opportunities. Kevin, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's McConnell. They get it back. Saric dishes to Embiid, and it's sent back by Drummond. Here's Harris. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Harris has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
You have to love it when your bigs play big. He's one of those guys.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
One shot.
And that one misses. And the 76ers setting an all-time record for patience as far as going young, Greg, and building through the draft. There's been a lot of losing along the way.
Yeah, and a lot of questions to their strategy. I mean, but the front office said their philosophy was trying to plant an orchard from seed. They didn't want to buy apples. I guess they wanted to grow them from the ground up. Boy, they better get that harvest moving fast.
And so it's Detroit with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
Pistons have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Johnson, he's checked in for Morris. And then for Philadelphia, Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Bayless comes in for J.J. Redick. And Rodriguez is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. On the free throw, no good.
Now look, with KCP, you have to be excited about what he can do in the future. Came into the league very raw, but he has put in a lot of work. Some big steps from him the last few seasons to take his game to the next level.
Will not go. This is off the front iron. Up top, Bayless. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Now here's Bayless. He's guarded closely. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And with Caldwell Pope, the numbers don't lie with his improvements. Slowly, Chris upping how efficient he is on offense, and you know his defense will always be there.
If this kid can develop a consistent three-pointer, it'll make him a much bigger factor on the offensive end. The work ethic is there. He displayed that so far. He has improved how he moves without the ball as well.
Robert Covington's checked in for the 76ers.
Well, first let's talk about the pick. That was as lazy of a screen as I've ever seen. You have to commit on it if you want to get your teammate open.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Marjanovic checked in for Detroit. Lure comes in for Harris. And with more and more big men looking to shoot from outside, Chris, a lot of pick and rolls are turning into pick and pops. In your experience, which was harder to defend?
It depends on the player. If a guy can pick and pop but he can't dribble, it's easy to stop him because you run him off his spot. If a guy likes to drive, it's easy because, hey, you let him have that jump shot. But if a guy can pass and dribble, then you're in a tough position because, one, he can catch quick and shoot and knock it down. And secondly, I used to like catching it, pump faking, and attacking the basket right away. And third, after I dunk on your head, I'm going to attack, pump fake, and drive and kick it out because help has to come over to help you because the pick and pop has put you in a terrible position. So
yes.
I love the pick and pop, but it only depends. It all depends on the offensive player's skill set to determine how you play each certain individual.
Great way to put it. Chris, you played a long career, remained effective, even as you lost some of your athleticism. You hear some people say the game is 90% mental. How accurate is that?
I don't think it's 90% mental because you need physical attributes to be able to perform. But I think that it's two separate games. I think that one part of the game is mental and you need to be 100% on point, and I think the mental part is different from the physical, and so you have to be there 100% physical and you have to be 100% there mentally. And for me, the mental part was not only how to try to make players better or get other guys involved or win if we didn't even have the most talent, but it really was how do you adapt, how do you change your game when you've played one way your whole career, and how do you still be effective and dominant. And luckily, I was able to do that.
Well said. And that one drops for him.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Kicks it to Covington. Back to Rodriguez. There's the pick. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. 6 on the shot clock. And no good that time. Smith with the defensive effort. Detroit leading by 12. Taken away by Rodriguez. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
A moment now to see the numbers for Covington. He's putting up 9 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. There's a lot of former players now in coaching in the NBA. And let's say you had to assemble a pickup squad from the head coaching ranks. Who are we talking about here?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I'm going with Jason Kidd, Tyrone Lue, Steve Kerr.
Yes.
Earl Watson. How about Luke Walton?
Yes.
You know, and Scott Brooks, Doc Rivers.
Yes.
Man, the list goes on and on.
That's right.
And it's no secret that Stan Van Gundy knows how to coach defense. It's safe to call it his calling card at this point.
Passes it to Marjanovic. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Chalk up 2 there. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
It's really the ideal start that any team wants. Now they have to ride this wave throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Covington. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And with Van Gundy, it would be a disservice to say that he only knows how to coach defense.
Well, and the flexibility and knowledge that Van Gundy shows is why he's so respected as a coach. Has only had 1 season with the losing record. That's a rarity for a coach with his years in the league.
Now, here is Smith. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Pass to Marjanovic. And taken away by Johnson. Down low. Here's Covington. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And undrafted out of Tennessee State, Robert Covington has become a nice find for the Sixers. You know, that saying, a 3-and-D small forward. I mean, they see him really as a foundational piece going forward. And I think he has more versatility. He's not just the 3-and-D guy. This kid's continuing to improve and showing a lot of spunk in his game.
Free throw drops for Covington. And on the topic of Covington, you know, he's mostly a spot-up shooter offensively. The majority of his shots, Greg, are coming from long range.
Yeah, a downtick in his shooting percentages last season, a cause for concern. I mean, but he's a good rebounder, gets a lot of steals. You like his size at that small forward position.
And both free throws good for Covington.
Now, you knew when you heard that Stan Van Gundy was coming to Detroit that they would be built around protecting their basket. This team has continued to focus on tough defense to win games. They have the talent and the effort to continue to improve.
Now here's Bayless. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's the feed to Johnson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And if you aren't playing defense on this Piston team, then you will not see the court. It's just that plain and that simple.
Well, you're exactly right. It's a saying that says the bench is a coach's best friend. What better incentive than to sit that guy on the bench for being lazy on defense? And good team defense starts at the top down. Coach Van Gundy has been preaching it, and the leaders on the team have brought it in. They do a great job of rebounding to close out possessions. Pistons also contest every shot they can get to, even on the perimeter.
Here's Marjanovic, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
He's off on the first.
And the missed free throws starting to be an issue.
Good on the second free throw. And with the core that this Piston team has, they do a great job, Chris, of attacking the glass.
Well, Kevin, and conversely, the Pistons do a great job of limiting offensive boards while on defense. Every game they are getting a handful of extra chances because of their approach. The leader is Drummond, but there are a lot of other active bigs to fill out the roster.
Now here's Rodriguez. That shot off. Smith with the defensive effort. Here's Benajay. Feeds it to Lure. Wide open look. A nice shot by Benijay. And the Pistons lead by 10.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
The beginning of this game has had their imprint all over it.
Here's Bayless. To the paint, Johnson. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. No good from Benijay.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. The 76ers have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. There's the screen. There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Smith outside. Rockets 6. But they'll get another chance. Johnson outside. The tray. The putback.
The defensive effort that time by Johnson, I mean, that's his game.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The Pistons on top. They lead by 7. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And then listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life than, and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kev. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Yeah, they came in on a mission, absolutely flying around the rim. Their relentlessness has been unmatched.
And so, in the game for the 76ers, Joel Embiid out there with Saric, and there's Anderson, then there's J.J. Redick, and it's McConnell in at the point guard position. The 76ers trail by 9. Embiid the screen. McConnell passes to Embiid. Shot from 12. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Pistons foul call. Andre Drummond. That's his second personal foul.
For Philadelphia, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
Even though he's struggling with the shot, it hasn't stopped his team from getting in front and maintaining this lead.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Pistons leading by 8. Outside Jackson. And he comes up with the deuce. Jackson's got 5 now.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, you look around the league and the post-up is giving way to more and more pick and rolls, more and more three-point shooting. Some big men don't like it, but Amir Johnson embraces the change. He said, "It's what I do. I'm a big that likes to set screens and roll." And Kevin, with his combination of range and finishing inside, has become one of the best at it in the game.
Very efficient, D.A. Thanks. He dishes it to Drummond. Back to Jackson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. He's got 7.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, when it comes to size, you have to measure this guy not by his height, but by his heart. You have to be impressed with how strong he took that one to the hole. The fact that this man was a few inches taller didn't bother him at all.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Well, I just think they're pressing too much, not really in a rhythm. Have to let the game come to you.
And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
And there isn't a whole lot of positives that you can take away from his performance from the mid-range game so far. A lot of chances have come up empty for him, but he seems intent on taking jumpers out there. Something's got to give.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And Reddick kicks to McConnell. Outside, Reddick. From deep. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from McConnell. The Pistons have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Hits it from three-point range.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown. Now, if you want to see one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, just keep your eyes on KCP. This guy sticks like glue to any guard at either position. He's incredibly frustrating to play against as you just can't lose him off the screens. Excellent D to force that miss there. That took real courage to risk being on a poster, being he's one of the best dunkers in the game.
Harris dishes to Jackson. That shot off the mark. And Philadelphia the other way now. And with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Chris, it's not one thing that he does well on defense. It's everything.
And Kevin, whenever he goes up against one of the top guards in this league, it's a thing of beauty. He either forces a lot of turnovers from them or makes them a volume shooter. He could have a lot of first-team all-defense honors when it's all said and done. The only thing is he may get caught up in that head game of trying to outscore his opponent, and your offense is your defense at times.
It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Anderson. Outside Jackson. Harris, right side. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Reddick passes to Anderson. Down low, McConnell. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Reggie Jackson. The 76ers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
TJ McConnell at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Pistons leading by 5. Morris kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Redick passes to McConnell. He feeds it to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Redick with the 3. Here's Anderson, and the layup falls. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Jackson, that's good. And the Pistons lead by 6.
I mean, on offense, he has been a constant force. You get him the ball, and there's a good chance he's going to knock that shot down.
Outside, Redick. Out to the right wing. Embiid the screen. And Sarge kicks to Embiid.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Outside Jackson to the inside. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Wow, did you see that? The terrific ball movement by Jackson is terrific. I mean, really moving the rock around the floor, especially to his wide-open teammates.
McConnell passes to Embiid. He kicks it to Anderson. Goes up at the stripe. Off the left rim and out.
He just looks off in this one. Can't seem to throw it in the ocean.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Caldwell Pope. And now it's an 8-point Detroit lead. The 76ers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. There's the pass to Anderson. Dishes it to Embiid. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Caldwell Pope. Another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Can they get it? Misses off the right iron. Pistons leading by 11. There's a screen. Jackson kicks to Harris. There's the dish to Caldwell Pope. The Pistons rebound. Drummond, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Wow, Drummond is one of the top rebounders in the game. You have to put a body on him, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, just to prevent him from coming away with a second chance opportunity.
So for the Pistons, John Lure, he's checked in for Harris. Stanley Johnson comes in for Morris, and Smith subbed in for Jackson. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Sarge. Robert Covington comes in for Anderson. Jared Bayless is checked in for J.J. Redick. And Rodriguez is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. For Philadelphia, they have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Both teams deciding to change it up. He's off on the second. And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Johnson can't hit.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Oh my gosh, he's really playing poor out there. It might just not be his night.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Good D, better roll. He buried it right in his face. We call that hitting him in the head. That has to be frustrating if you're the D.
Fast break, Philadelphia. No good from Luwawu. Pistons leading by 9. Fast break, here they come. And here we go. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Smith outside. Kicks to Lure. Right at the free throw line. Rebound by Johnson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Bayless. Good, and Rodriguez gets the assist.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
To the middle. Here's Marjanovic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Let's pause for a moment to show you the teams that have been the best on the glass over the course of the month. The Pistons second.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. The 76ers trail by 8. And here is Rodriguez. He has 5. Passes to Bayless. Pass to Covington. 6 to shoot. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Nice off-the-ball movement and action to free him up for a shot. He makes it on a regular basis. Outstanding work. He's still trying to find a shot out there, but so far he hasn't hit anything from the field.
Johnson, a wide open look. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's deflected, and he gets it back. Here's Lure. Stripped it away. Rodriguez against Smith. Now here's Rodriguez. He averages about 5 points a game. Johnson the screen. Bayless dishes to Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
On the rise, Johnson with the extension.
Pistons leading by 3. Now Smith. There's the screen. The feed to Lure. Smith outside. He dishes it to Lure. Plenty of space. Knocks it loose.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Smith after the Sixers pick up 2. Out of bounds, Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Amir Johnson. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Putting up about 10 points a night, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
Here's Benajay. Smith outside. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And at 6'7", Johnson has the height to bang down low. He's terrific at getting quality shots in the post.
To the wing on the left. Now here's Bayless. Guarded closely. Bank shot. No good. Detroit leading by 3. Here's Johnson. Johnson missing again.
Now, he hasn't been able to sink anything, really. His team still leads, but it's unclear if he will find his game by the time this one ends.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
And Johnson is just so long. He gets to the hoop in no time when he's driving inside.
Pass to Luwawu. Feeds it to Bayless. He kicks it to Covington. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Pistons. Marjanovic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Oh, I love the anticipation on that play. Might have stolen it if he were there just about a half a step sooner.
Here's Benajay. That's a 2 from Smith. Misses the jumper. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pistons lead by 5. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Andre Drummond having an outstanding game. He had 12 points, 4 block shots, and 10 rebounds. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. The defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity on offense. Few isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
We get set to return to the action now as a barge heads down the Detroit River toward Lake Erie. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break and halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
He's just been terrific. This is what they needed from him.
Earning a double-double for the night is awesome, but doing it in one half, he is out hustling everybody.
The 76ers trail by 5. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Tobias Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, as you know, things could have turned out a lot differently for Stan Van Gundy. He was the favorite for the coaching vacancy in Golden State in 2014, but in the end, the Pistons owner gave him the chance to coach and run the front office, and that led him to Detroit. Well, the Warriors went on to win the title that season, but Van Gundy insists, if I had to do it over again, this is exactly where I'd want to be. And Kevin, he can build this team exactly as he wants.
Thanks, DA, and after some tough exits in Miami and Orlando, this time he holds the cards. Here's Morris after the made shot from Joel Embiid, and he recovers it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Saric. That's tipped.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
But you know what? That won't show up in the stat sheet, but showing good anticipation. Doesn't get the block, but pretty much had the same effect. They are a lousy 1 for 5 for the half. They need to find a way to get it going there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dario Saric. That's his third foul of the game. Pistons leading by 5. Inside, here's Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 9th assist in the game now. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
Now, one thing you know you're going to get from Tobias Harris every night is activity. He's always moving at a high speed, whether the open floor or in a half-court set. He opens up space and gets a lot of easy looks because of how he moves around the floor.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Chris, with Harris and his activity, it's not unusual to see a player that is as active as him move the way he does. But it is unusual to see a player with that strength and build do it so easily.
Well, Kevin, he sort of reminds you of Sean Marion. The do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's the Matrix. He has a diverse skill set, gives you a little bit of everything on the offensive end.
And that one misses. That's off as well, so he misses both. Pistons leading by 7. Caldwell Pope passes to Jackson. There's the 3. That one, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's McConnell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Sarge with it. The 17-footer. A shot by McConnell, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. In the 3rd spot, Dario Saric.
Well, I think it's safe to say these two have made the adjustment to the brand of defense being played in the NBA. Their shooting percentages are just fantastic.
Now here's Jackson. 10 points for him. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Morris with the ball. Now defended by Saric. 5 to shoot. Jackson kicks to Morris. From deep three-point range. That's good from Harris on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timeout called the 76ers.
Now, you have to like the efficiency that Marcus Morris plays with. Not so much his shooting percentages, but how effective he can be without touches. He can score without taking a lot of shots. He knows how to follow up misses in the paint and get second-chance scores.
And with the qualities Christie described about Marcus Morris, that's why he's viewed as a valuable role player on this team.
Well, Kev, you have to love him. He can eat up minutes on the floor and not necessarily need to be involved to leave his mark on the game. You don't have to call a lot of plays for this guy. He can fit into any lineup and play multiple positions, which helps too.
Embiid with a screen on Jackson. And Embiid throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Jackson after the made shot from Joel Embiid. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, man, it's not easy to slow down Harris. When he gets on a roll, I mean, he has the ability to light it up from pretty much any spot.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Morris with the bucket.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
That's part of his skill set. Excellent recognition on his part to get in the best spot to complete that look.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's McConnell. He feeds it to Embiid. Here's Redick. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Redick's got it back down to within single digits for the 76ers. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Jackson. Here's Drummond, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Drummond's got 4 points now in the quarter. The 76ers trail by 10. Embiid with a screen on Jackson. McConnell passes to Embiid. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Pistons leading by 7. And here's Jackson. He's got 10. Here's Drummond. No good off the back of the rim. The pass to Saric. McConnell in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Redick. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. The 76ers trail by 7, and Redick kicks to McConnell. Dishes it to Saric. Passes to Embiid. Redick inside the line. Redick can't get that one to fall.
The defense is well aware of how good he is from there and did a great job of forcing that miss.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. The 76ers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Here's Embiid. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Embiid's got 9 points here in the second half. Pistons leading by 5. Now here's Jackson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. John Lure, he's checked in for Detroit. Philadelphia also making some changes. Johnson comes in for Saric, and Rodriguez is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Jackson dishes to Harris. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Second shot opportunity, and Embiid with the block. Here's Redick. But they get it back. Embiid kicks to Redick. Detroit with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, it just wasn't their night. They missed some shots they typically make. Never really got over that hump.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Robert Covington's checked in for Joel Embiid, for Anderson, and Jared Bayless subbed in for J.J. Redick. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Johnson.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here is Smith. With some arc, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960. Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Strong fundamentals right there. He didn't consider the height disadvantage too long. Instead, he just went right at him and sunk it in his grill, in the face.
One shot.
Free throw drop for Smith. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Luwawu. Now the dish to Covington. Lays it up and banks it in. Covington's got 12 in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Smith against Rodriguez. It's good. 9 points for Smith.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now Rodriguez. He has 5. Johnson up top to the inside. Covington kicks to Rodriguez. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 8.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Smith against Rodriguez. Smith the pass to Marjanovic. Comes up empty down low. The 76ers trail by 3. Pass to Luwawu. Good work defensively by Johnson. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Benajay. The rebound by Luwawu. Luwawu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Covington. We're covering Covington with the bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Detroit lead. The pass to Benajay. There's the pick. Launches a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Pistons lead by 4.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Rodriguez with it. 8 points for him. Johnson outside. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Covington dishes to Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here is Smith. He's got 9. This is it to Marjanovic. And Lure kicks to Marjanovic. To the inside. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Marjanovic has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Bayless. Shoots from the baseline. Oh, that's blocked. The second chance effort. Here's Johnson. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Johnson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Amir Johnson, a darling of the analytics stats people. He ranked as a top 6 power forward last season in a stat called real plus minus, Chris.
Well, I got a stat call I really don't care because I definitely don't necessarily believe in those analytics. You have to have a common denominator in each situation, and you just don't have that in analytics. But he just knows where to be, and he makes winning plays. The per-game numbers might not blow you away, but this is one of the guys that get the job done on both ends of the floor.
So it's Detroit now. 76ers getting the bucket. Now here's Lure, who's guarded by Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Rebound by Johnson.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Luwawu. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. So he gets them both. 29 seconds left in the third. Rodriguez against Smith. Marjanovic.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Most definitely, and they should realize this and not look to shoot too early in the shot clock for the rest of the game.
And here is Bayless. Outside for Rodriguez. It's stolen by Johnson. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting 4th quarter. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
Hey, get our defense and rebounding. Let's get the ball down the floor.
Wanting to get out and run a little bit. Stan Van Gundy telling his guys how they need to do it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you don't get stopped or you don't take care of the backboard, it's almost impossible to get out in transition.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Saric. He's out there with Anderson. J.J. Redick is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's McConnell in at the 1 spot.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
I mean, we know that this is a game of heart. He knew his man was bigger than him. No big story. He just calmly rose up, altered his body so that he could get the contact and put that shot up over.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Down low and stolen by Harris. Now Detroit moving it up. Morris with the ball. Anderson with the block. They get it back. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's McConnell. Another 3 for Philadelphia. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Outside Jackson. Morris a screen. Jackson drives in. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Now, we all know Reggie Jackson is as quick as most guards in the league, but that isn't why he's able to get anywhere on the court. He does a great job of keeping defenders guessing with his change of speed. It looks like he's moving in slow motion at times because his movement is so fluid.
The first free throw is good. And Chris, with Reggie Jackson, he is so talented with the changing of speeds on the move.
And you can't underplay how hard it is to guard a guy who is always starting and stopping. It's a constant guessing game if you're a defender, and eventually you'll anticipate wrong. Reggie finishes so well in so many places. It's a big part of why he's a great scorer. And who would expect anything less? Tremendous poise at the line.
McConnell kicks to Redick. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Anderson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Justin Anderson. Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kicks to Harris. Shot off the pick. Here's Drummond. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Well, Kevin, when Drummond gets positioned in the post, he's a surefire scorer. The D throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him, and he still makes the bucket.
Here's McConnell. Embiid the screen. And Redick kicks to Embiid. Here's Saric. Another miss by Philadelphia. Pistons leading by 3. In the corner, it's Morris. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 16th rebound on the night. The feed now to Saric. And no good. The Pistons go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Jackson passes to Morris. Harris a screen on Anderson. Morris kicks to Harris. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his 5th foul.
That's his 5th personal foul.
The 76ers trail by 3. Saric dishes to Embiid. Left block shot on the way, and it's sent back by Drummond. Outside Jackson. To the inside. And Drummond gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. 20 points for Andre Drummond.
And Kevin, they need to keep feeding Drummond the ball. When he's scoring like this, he only needs a few baskets to catch fire.
McConnell passes to Anderson. The 76ers again can't hit it. Pistons leading by 5. Here's Caldwell Pope. And a miss there on the triple.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
The shot by Redick, no good.
Well, they often look to him to provide for them on offense, and he simply isn't getting the job done today.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Traps in the tray. And now it's an 8-point Piston lead.
He is a dangerous outside shooter, and if you leave him open, he can bury them consistently.
Feeds to Saric. Back to McConnell. He dishes it to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. Shot to end this full run. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight. The Pistons have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Drummond. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 76ers trail by 6. Anderson passes to McConnell. An easy 2 points on the layup. McConnell's got 5 points now in the quarter. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. Takes it off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 6.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just the scorer from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
And Saric kicks to McConnell. From outside, off the mark. The Pistons have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
He's feeling it this half. Total turnaround after a rough first half.
Pistons leading by 4. Drummond a screen. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Wow. Just the athleticism of Harris. It's not easy to keep pace with him. Just so outstanding around the rim.
McConnell passes to Embiid. He kicks it to Saric. Back to Embiid. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Jackson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. A shot by McConnell, no good. For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Wasted no time on that one. Morris has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Pistons. The 76ers trail by 7. McConnell kicks to Redick. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Down low, got a piece of it, and stolen by Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. And that one drops. Caldwell Pope's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
McConnell kicks to Embiid. Outside, Redick looking to get it going. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, J.J. Redick, taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Redick. Detroit making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. You know, Chris, for a lot of players, being called a tweener is a bit of a backhanded remark. It means they have no true position. But that might be a compliment for Tobias Harris.
You're right, Kev. That is exactly the case with Harris. He's considered a tweener just because he can have a large impact in both forward spots. He has the strength and ability to finish inside at the 4, but he's a good enough shooter from range to play the 3 and has no problem defending from either spot.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
Well, perhaps he believes that he'll be able to shoot himself out of this slump, but I don't see it. He needs to quit shooting those threes.
Harris dishes to Drummond. Yes, that goes in. Drummond's got 10 points in just the second half. The 76ers trail by 10.
Who's watching him?
McConnell kicks to Embiid. To the paint. Here's Saric. Plays it up and banks it in.
And the pass was right in stride. Extremely accurate setting up the shot.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Harris a screen on Redick. Caldwell Pope passes to Harris. Here's Saric. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one on Harris.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Dario Saric. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the 76ers making a change here. Bayless is checked in. And so Saric nails them both.
And what a tremendous advantage. Bigs who can shoot from the line.
Outside Jackson. They set the screen. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Wow, that looks like he forgot that there's an out of bounds in basketball. Not sure how he made that mistake.
The 76ers trail by 6. Here's McConnell.
On the wing.
Now Saric. The dive for the ball. And stolen by Drummond. A floater. Harris misses.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Oh, it's like he's a magnet to the ball. No matter where he goes, it finds him.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basketball.
Here's Drummond following the score by Dario Saric. And the basket by Jackson.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's McConnell. Down low. It's tipped. One-on-one here. And Reggie Jackson again. And now an 8-point Detroit lead.
Defense is what Drummond prides himself in, especially when it comes to letting his quick hands generate offense for this team.
Bayless dishes to Embiid. Harris with it. Johnson outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Anderson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Embiid, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
4th personal foul. At the line for the 76ers, Joel Embiid. At the line for 2.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. Embiid drops them both.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. There's 1:38 left in the game. And Harris wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 19 points for Tobias Harris. The 76ers trail by 8. Dishes it to Embiid. Back to McConnell. Pass to Anderson. Just 5 to shoot. It's good. McConnell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
There's a screen. Here's Harris. Here's Drummond. The rebound by Anderson. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Man, an utter defensive failure at a crucial part of the game. That's just not what you need.
Now here is Harris. That's short off the rim. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way. They don't get any bigger than that basket.
And that's what the fans came to see, baby. Tremendous shot in the clutch.
And that one misses. And it's Detroit's ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And here we go. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Drummond, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. A different look here for Detroit. Marjanovic checked in for Drummond, and Morris subbed in for Stanley Johnson. He sinks the clutch free throw.
Terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 1. 20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Oh, and if I could make a suggestion, be innovative. Don't just go for the obvious play, which they'll be expecting.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During the timeout, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He told them, look, fellas, this is what we're capable of when you come together as one. I knew you had it in you, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Finish this game.
"20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Harris outside. Pass to Marjanovic. It's in!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Timeout called, the 76ers. They're down by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Oh, and if I could make a suggestion, be innovative. Don't just go for the obvious play, which they'll be expecting.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McConnell passes to Embiid. Count!
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kev. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
In terms of individual rebounding, he had a game that will be remembered for a long, long time. Whether it's chasing down long rebounds or grabbing one in traffic or one-handed rebounds, he was going after them and corralling all of them.
Coming off a loss, the last thing they wanted was to drop back-to-back ball games. He made sure that would not happen. Love the gutsy effort he gave tonight, Ernie.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.